Iran is often shown through politics, conflict, and headlines. But that is only one side of the country. Behind those images is a much deeper world of beautiful Persian women, ancient cities, warm hospitality, strict social rules, and strange customs that can surprise many first-time visitors. Today, we'll take a closer look at Iran, a country where beauty, tradition, mystery, and daily life reveal much more than what most people see on the news. Number 1. Second largest country in the Middle East. In recent years, Iran has once again returned to international headlines as anti-government protests intensified, marked by widespread arrests and internet shutdowns. And this unrest is unfolding in one of the largest and most strategically important countries in the Middle East. Located in West Asia, with an area of approximately 636,000 square miles. Iran is the second largest country in the Middle East after Saudi Arabia and ranks 17th in the world. Its territory equals around 1/6 of the continental United States, nearly the size of Alaska, and is around 80 times larger than Israel. Iran's geography stretches from the Caspian Sea in the north down to the Gulf of Oman in the south, giving the country access to some of the most critical maritime routes on Earth. Most notably, Iran borders the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow choke point through which around 20% of the world's oil supply passes. This single geographic fact alone explains why Iran constantly sits at the center of global attention. With a population of approximately 92 million people, Iran is among the world's most populous nations, larger than Germany, the UK, or France. Economically, despite decades of sanctions, Iran still posts a nominal GDP of about 418 billion USD, ranking 36th globally, driven by energy, manufacturing, agriculture, and a huge domestic consumer market. Iran is also one of the most ethnically diverse countries in the Middle East. Persians make up around 61% of the population, alongside large minority groups, including Azeris Kurds, Lurs, and other Turkic groups. In terms of religion, the majority of the population follows Shia Islam, accounting for approximately 90%, while Sunni Muslims and other Islamic sects make up about 9%. But beyond the numbers and borders, I can't stop thinking about how complex this nation's story really is. Back in the 1970s, Iran was a completely different world. It was often compared to Paris. Women wore modern clothing, freely bars and cinemas thrived, and society leaned toward Western culture. Yet everything changed after the 1979 Islamic Revolution, when the monarchy collapsed and the Islamic Republic took power. Overnight, new laws, strict social codes, and religious restrictions reshaped daily life, especially for women. That transformation left a deep mark, one that still divides global opinion. To outsiders, Iran can seem intimidating, even unwelcoming. But from what I've seen and heard, foreign media often miss something essential: the warmth of Persian hospitality. The people here, despite all the hardship, remain incredibly kind, curious, and open-hearted. Maybe that's Iran's greatest paradox, a nation defined by its ancient pride, political tension, and yet a quiet generosity that never makes the headlines. What about you? Where are you watching from? And what's something about your country that outsiders always misunderstand? Share it below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
This is English.
Number 2. Women behind the veil. Iranian beauty is often described as a crossroads between Europe and Asia. Many women here have deep-set eyes, thick brows, high-bridged noses, and skin tones ranging from fair to olive. It is no coincidence that Iran ranks first in the world for nose surgery, because a straight sculpted nose has long been considered a cultural symbol of refinement and status. From the outside, Iran is frequently portrayed as a place where women are invisible, silent, and controlled. Western media often focuses on images of morality, police black chadors, and arrests over uncovered hair. Iran has introduced a new morality law that could sentence women to up to 15 years in prison, or even the death penalty for violating mandatory dress and behavior rules. However, upon arriving in Iran, we witness a completely different reality. In major cities like Tehran, Shiraz, and Isfahan, women move through public spaces with confidence. Hijabs are worn in many styles, tightly wrapped, loosely draped, pushed far back, or treated almost like a fashion accessory. Beneath them are fitted jeans, leather jackets, white sneakers, pastel coats, and carefully applied makeup. Despite strict laws, women do not hide from public life. They shop, study work, socialize, and sit openly in cafes and on sidewalks. Some play music in public spaces. Others run online businesses, selling cosmetics, clothing, or handmade goods, often sourcing products from Turkey or the UAE and delivering them across the city. This everyday visibility stands in sharp contrast to the idea of total repression often seen abroad. But this confidence did not appear overnight. Before the 1979 Islamic Revolution, Iranian women were among the most socially free in the Middle East. They wore short skirts, attended universities, entered politics, and worked across professional fields. While the revolution reshaped public norms, it never fully erased that legacy. The so-called morality police, once feared as omnipresent, have noticeably weakened since the massive protests following Mahsa Amini's death in 2022. In major cities, strict enforcement has softened, with many violations now met by warnings or administrative penalties rather than arrests. A confidential 2023 survey conducted by SCRI across 7 major cities revealed striking numbers. Over 72% of women under 35 said they opposed mandatory hijab laws. Around 63% admitted they regularly ignore official dress regulations. Nearly 47% said they had experienced secret relationships or informal cohabitation at least once. So it's clear that Iranian women are not willing to submit to rules they see as unjust. If you support the way they are standing up for themselves, comment 1. If you don't comment, 2. Number 3. The village where rooftops are the streets. Located along the ancient Silk Road in Gilan Province, northern Iran, Mosul was founded around 1006 AD and is one of the most visually striking villages in the country. For centuries, Mosul thrived as a regional trading hub. Rich deposits of iron, zinc, and quartz in the surrounding mountains fueled a strong metalworking industry, attracting merchants from across the region. Mosul's architecture is its defining feature. Built on a steep mountainside, the village follows a terraced design where the roof of one house serves as the courtyard, garden, and public street for the house above it. There are no clear boundaries between private and public space. All rooftops are connected by narrow alleys, steep stairways, and sloped walkways, forming a multi-level shared community that functions like a living staircase. Most houses have 2 floors, traditionally constructed from mud brick, claystone, and wood. The upper level usually contains a small living room, bedroom, bathroom, and balcony, while the lower level is used as a kitchen connected by narrow interior stairs. To adapt to the local climate, the buildings are painted a distinctive yellow, helping them remain visible through heavy fog while also reflecting sunlight. Mosul's layout is not just beautiful, but practical. Nestling homes into the mountain provides natural protection from hot summers and cold winters, reduces wind exposure, and helps prevent landslides. Despite using simple materials, the village's structure has proven remarkably durable for over 1,000 years. Because rooftops double as streets, cars are completely banned. There are no conventional roads. Goods are transported exclusively by handcarts and wheelbarrows, making Masula one of the only fully car-free settlements in Iran. Today, Masuli attracts a growing number of visitors each year and is officially being prepared for UNESCO World Heritage recognition. A similar architectural style can also be found in Sar Aka Sayed, a remote mountain settlement in Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari province, often called the Masula of the Zagros Mountains. Their rooftops also function as streets, but most houses have no windows and only one entrance, giving it a far more austere appearance. Sar Aka Sayed sits at an elevation of about 7,200 feet above sea level and is largely isolated, accessible only in spring and summer due to heavy snowfall. Number 4. Strange customs and everyday wonders of Iran. Iran isn't just mysterious, it's beautifully strange. The deeper you live among its people, the more you realize that every ordinary act here carries an extraordinary story. Take birthdays, for example. In Iran, people don't celebrate on their birthday, they celebrate the night before. I spent months wondering why everyone greeted me early, only to find out that Iranians believe joy should arrive in anticipation, not after. You'll see the same with Christmas and New Year's Eve. Merry Christmas comes on December 24th, and Happy New Year echoes through the streets on December 31st. And generosity here has its own rules. If someone gives you food on a plate, never return it empty. Iranians always tuck a small gift inside a slice of cake pistachios, or even a pinch of saffron as a quiet thank you. Because in this culture, emptiness feels impolite. The same thoughtfulness appears in the tiniest things when offering water. Iranians always place the glass on a plate first. At first, I thought it was unnecessary, until I learned it was a mark of respect. And there's a saying that still stays with me. Water you didn't ask for will grant your wish. So when someone brings you water, unasked, take it. It's considered a good omen. Superstition blends effortlessly with belief. Walk through any Tehran neighborhood, and you might catch the scent of burning esband, wild rue seeds popping in a small pan. Their smoke waved gently over loved ones to chase away the evil eye. Families do it at weddings, housewarmings, even inside salons. They say it cleanses the air, but perhaps it also calms the soul. Then there's the magic of everyday life. On summer evenings, families picnic beside streams, chatting under the stars, while watermelons bob in the icy current, their ancient way of keeping fruit cold before slicing it open. But behind these warm and surprising customs lies another side of life in Iran. Number 5. Strict social bans in Iran. In many countries, dogs are treated like family members. In Iran, however, keeping dogs as pets is officially discouraged and in some cases punished. Under conservative interpretations of Islamic law, dogs are considered impure, and religious authorities argue that walking dogs in public can frighten people or disturb social order. Since 2014, owning or walking a dog in public has carried penalties, including fines, or up to 74 lashes. In 2019, Tehran formally banned dog walking altogether, making Iran one of the few countries where something so ordinary elsewhere can turn into a legal issue. Western-style haircuts are also tightly controlled. Hairstyles seen as European or un-Islamic, such as ponytails or mohawks for men, are banned, and the government has even released official catalogs showing which haircuts are allowed. Tattoos, eyebrow grooming by barbers and certain beard styles are treated as violations of Islamic norms. Hairdressers who ignore these rules risk losing their business licenses. Social media is another sensitive area. Platforms like Facebook and Twitter have long been blocked nationwide, while apps such as Instagram and Telegram are restricted in schools and heavily monitored. Authorities say these bans are meant to prevent foreign influence and internal unrest. In reality, millions of Iranians still use virtual private networks to stay connected to the outside world. Cultural gestures can also cause serious trouble. In Iran, giving a thumbs up is considered deeply rude, closer in meaning to raising a middle finger in the United States. Public nose-blowing is also viewed as impolite. Iran does not recognize LGBT rights. Same-sex relationships are criminalized under Islamic law with severe penalties. Male same-sex relations can carry the death penalty, while other acts may result in lashes or imprisonment. In 2023, dozens of religious minorities, including Christians and Iranian Armenians, were detained and released only after posting bail ranging from about $8,000 to $40,000. Officially strict dress codes apply to everyone. Yet behind closed doors, many Iranians live far more freely than the law allows. Number 6. Strange and somewhat creepy cuisine. Iranian food is one of the biggest surprises for foreign visitors. Beyond fragrant rice kebabs and saffron stews, there's another side of Persian cuisine that makes many travelers hesitate at the table. One of the most notorious is kalipache, a traditional soup made from sheep's head and feet. It's slow-cooked for hours until the meat becomes tender, then seasoned with lemon and cinnamon. Locals usually eat it early in the morning, tearing bread into the broth, or stuffing pieces of meat into flatbread, like a sandwich. For visitors, the challenge is less about the taste and more about realizing exactly what's in the bowl. Another classic is sarabi, a hearty tripe soup made from the stomach of calf cow or sheep. The tripe is thoroughly cleaned and simmered for a long time with onion, garlic, turmeric, salt, and sometimes mung beans. For those who don't like cooking, there's abdug kiar, one of the world's rare cold soups that doesn't require cooking. It's a surprisingly complex mix of yogurt water, diced cucumber, raisins, crushed walnuts, fresh herbs like mint and basil, and a simple seasoning of salt and pepper. Dried rose petals and crumbled bread are often added on top. The combination sounds strange, but on a hot summer day, Iranians swear by it. For sour flavor lovers, there's garagarut, a concentrated dairy product with an extremely sharp, tangy taste. It can be eaten on its own as a snack or added to dishes to intensify flavor. Locals warn newcomers to try only a pea-sized amount. At first, one full spoon can be an unforgettable shock to the taste buds. To enhance the experience, try kahu sekanjaban, a dish that perfectly embodies the Iranian love of sweet and sour flavors. Crisp lettuce leaves are dipped into a syrup made from vinegar and honey known as sekanjaban, one of Iran's oldest syrups dating back centuries. It's refreshing, unusual, and often surprises visitors who never imagined lettuce as a dessert-style snack. And if those weren't enough, Iranian cuisine still has more surprises waiting. Tachin is a golden, crispy saffron rice cake, layered with yogurt, egg, and usually chicken or lamb, famous for its crunchy crust that locals fight over at the table. Sekanjaban, beyond being paired with lettuce, is also enjoyed as a standalone drink mixed with water and ice, especially during hot summers. Meanwhile, baghali polo bagusht combines fragrant dill rice with fava beans and tender, slow-cooked meat. A comforting dish that feels both rustic and luxurious at the same time. Together, these dishes show why Iranian cuisine is so memorable. Comment "I want" if you're brave enough to try all of these Iranian dishes. Number 7. Wives choose a new bride for their husband. On the vast steppes of southern Iran, the Qashqai, with a population of around 300,000, are often described as the last major nomadic tribe in Iran. Their way of life revolves around herding livestock, seasonal migration, and traditions that feel completely detached from modern society. One of the most surprising customs of the Qashqai involves marriage. Polygamy is technically, except in one very specific situation. The first wife must agree and personally choose the new bride for her husband. Without her consent, taking another wife is forbidden. At the same time, choosing to remain single for life is also frowned upon and seen as morally wrong within the community. Marriage decisions are rarely romantic. Traditionally, the groom's mother and sisters select a potential bride. If the man agrees, his family then negotiates with the bride's family. Only after both families reach an agreement is the woman informed that she is about to be married. The legal marriage contract, known as nikah, takes place at the bride's family home. Wedding celebrations are anything but small. They often last several days and are held outdoors on open grasslands, perfect for feasting, games, and traditional music and dancing. Guests bring gifts such as sugar rice meat or cash to support the new couple. During the bridal procession, the groom's mother places coins on the couple as a blessing for prosperity and good fortune. Despite being Muslim, the Qashqai follow Islam in their own way. They observe religious rituals during weddings and funerals, yet many do not pray daily or fast during Ramadan, setting them apart from the majority of Iran's Muslim population. Beyond tribal life, Iran also recognizes a concept known as temporary marriage, officially called nikah muta, or sige. This arrangement allows a man and woman to be legally married for a fixed period, ranging from hours to months, after which the relationship ends automatically. In theory, it exists to prevent relationships outside marriage. In practice, many see it as a legal loophole that replaces things the law publicly denies. This legal framework helps explain another apparent contradiction. Officially, prostitution is strictly illegal in Iran, punishable by prison. However, in cities such as Tehran or Mashhad, locals quietly whisper about areas where so-called temporary wives can be found, blurring the line between religious legality and social reality. All of this exists within a society that traditionally pushed people toward early marriage. In the 1970s, many Iranian women married in their early 20s. Today, the picture looks very different. Women now make up roughly 60% of university students, and many choose education and careers before marriage. Even so, strict social rules remain, including bans on public physical contact between unmarried men and women. Number 8. Most expensive carpets. If oil is Iran's lifeblood, then Persian carpets are its soul. At the heart of this legacy, Tabriz, often called the carpet capital of the world. For centuries, this city has produced carpets so refined that they are not treated as household items, but as movable masterpieces traded like luxury art. And the prices prove it. The most expensive Persian carpet ever sold dates back to the 17th century. In 2013, it was auctioned in London for $33.8 million USD. A figure that instantly placed Iranian carpets among the most valuable handcrafted objects on Earth. Even today, a single museum-grade Persian carpet can easily cost $70,000 USD, while a high-quality handmade carpet typically starts around $3,000 USD and climbs rapidly from there. Some elite pieces are even inlaid with 18-karat gold and pearls, pushing prices beyond $100,000 USD. Iran doesn't just sell carpets, it preserves them like national treasures. In Tehran, there is an entire carpet museum divided into two grand halls. One permanently displays hundreds of historic Persian carpets from different regions and eras. The other rotates seasonal exhibitions, treating carpets with the same reverence most countries reserve for paintings or sculptures. So why are these carpets so unbelievably expensive? The answer lies in time, pain, and perfection. Persian carpets first appeared over 500 years ago, originally woven by nomads to protect themselves from the cold. Over time, they evolved into decorative elements for palaces, mosques, and monumental architecture, perfectly matching Iran's domes, arches, and fairy tale-like interiors. To make just one carpet, artisans must first gather natural materials, such as silk, wool, cotton, and jute. These fibers are boiled, dyed using pigments extracted from plants and insects, then dried under the sun. Only after that does the real work begin. Large carpets can take months, years, or even over 4 years to complete, often requiring multiple artisans working together. Because natural dyes are impossible to control perfectly, no two Persian carpets can ever be identical. Each one is truly one of a kind. Different regions produce entirely different styles. Floral elegance from Isfahan, extreme precision from Qom, dense durability from Bijar, and the bold, almost abstract designs of Gabi carpets from southern Iran. In Gabi weaving, artisans often work without patterns, weaving landscapes, animals, and memories directly from their imagination. But weaving carpets often means working hunched over for years, damaging backs, eyes, and joints. Many younger Iranians, having watched their mothers and grandmothers suffer physically, no longer want to continue the craft. As a result, some of the most legendary Persian carpet traditions now face the risk of disappearing forever, which makes every remaining masterpiece even more valuable. Number 9. The world's second rose kingdom. When people talk about the land of roses, Bulgaria usually takes the spotlight. It leads the world in rose-growing area output and rose oil quality. But just behind it, quietly and obsessively devoted, stands Iran. Iran supplies around 90% of the world's rosewater, making it the planet's second true rose kingdom. For Persians, roses are not just flowers. They are culture, medicine, cuisine, and faith distilled into scent. For centuries, Iranians have mastered the art of extracting rose water. Petals are used in traditional dishes, desserts, herbal remedies, and perfumes. Rosewater appears at weddings, religious rituals, and everyday meals. It is everywhere, yet never ordinary. And then there is a ritual that feels almost unreal. In the city of Kashan, a tradition called Gol Galtan has been practiced for over 400 years. During this ceremony, newborn babies under 1 year old are gently rolled in rose petals. At dawn, the baby is bathed, then placed on a white sheet covered entirely in fresh rose petals. 4 female family members hold the corners of the sheet, softly rocking the baby while singing a religious chant. Locals believe roses contain natural properties that protect a baby's skin from allergies and illness, helping the child stay clean, healthy, and strong throughout life. This ritual is so ancient and culturally important that it has been officially recognized as one of Iran's oldest forms of intangible heritage. Now, if we talk about the heart of Iran's rose industry, one name stands above all: Kamsar. This small town is Iran's rose capital. Every year, rose water from Kamsar is exported to Mecca, where it is used to wash and perfume the sacred Kaaba stone twice a year. That alone tells you how highly Iranian rosewater is valued in the Islamic world. Visitors to Iran can also witness the Rose Festival, where the production process is revealed up close. Huge quantities of rose petals are poured into massive copper pots filled with water, then slowly boiled for up to 8 continuous hours. The steam is captured, condensed, and transformed into pure rosewater. Simple ingredients, brutal patience, and centuries of experience. Number 10. Budget travel, expensive survival. After all the strict laws and ancient traditions, Iran surprises visitors. With one thing, it is incredibly cheap to travel. For tourists, spending US dollars daily expenses feel almost unreal. A full Iranian meal with rice kebabs, flatbread herbs, yogurt and tea usually costs just 2 to 4 USD. Even in major cities like Tehran or Isfahan, it is rare to pay more than 8 to 10 USD for a generous restaurant meal, while street food often costs under 1.50 USD. Transportation is equally affordable. Metro tickets and buses cost only a few cents, and taxi rides across the city usually range from 1 to 3 USD. Budget guest houses typically charge 10 to 15 USD per night, while comfortable mid-range hotels stay under 40 USD. Entrance fees to mosques, palaces, and UNESCO sites are usually between 1 and 3 USD, making Iran one of the best value travel destinations in the world. However, what feels cheap to visitors is a daily struggle for locals. Iran is facing a severe economic crisis marked by high inflation and a collapsing currency. The Iranian rial has fallen so sharply that 1 USD now equals about 1.4 million rial, while inflation has climbed above 42%. Prices of food, rent, and medicine keep rising, but wages do not. In late December, protests erupted in Tehran and other cities, as shopkeepers and citizens demanded government action to stabilize prices and exchange rates. Many Iranians have seen their monthly income drop from the equivalent of 300 USD to around 200 USD in just months. Although the government plans to remove 4 zeros from the currency to simplify transactions, experts warn this does little to fix the deeper economic problems. Therefore, consider traveling to Iran right now if you want to save money. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit the like button, share it with someone who loves discovering the world's hidden sides, and subscribe for more stories you won't see on the news.